Hey, this is Jordan, and these are the comics I read the week of July 8th, 2009. We'll kick things off this week with the Skrull Kill Krew, issue 3 of 5, a series I like. So the Skrull Kill Krew, a team whose name I'm going to probably mess up a bunch of times while recording this, but whatever, is a team that's been around, well, for a long time, really, as far as I understand it. They only came back into prominence during Secret Invasion and Avengers the Initiative. And quite frankly, I loved the team in there. It was really funny. Team I'd never heard of before, but I got a real kick out of it. So when I saw they were releasing their own limited series, individual series, I was like, hey, great, pick that up. So I picked up issue number 1 and did not really think it was good at all. Issue 2 was hilarious. I loved it. And then issue 3 was okay. So hopefully 4 and 5 pick it up a lot. Otherwise, I'd say either A, wait for the trade if you really like the team, or B, just kind of skip it. This issue has the Skrull Kill Krew, a team of apparently full-blooded Skrulls, but they thought they were just partial Skrulls who go around killing other Skrulls. Hence the team name. They can shapeshift. One guy has arms turned into guns. Very cool, like Machine Man, kind of, only fleshier. You know, like I said, wait for the trade, or we'll see how it ends up. Next, we have Super Zombies, issue 5. Although if you look very closely, you'll see, for you misprint hunters out there, it says issue 3. Even in the back, where they show you the alternate covers, you can see, even right back there, it says issue 3. It's a 50-50 cover. It's not going to be worth anything, but it is just interesting that half the covers say 5 and half the covers say 3, but it is issue 5. As far as I can tell, this is the last issue of the series. It does have a very definite conclusion, and I really need to go back and read it. The whole series was an interesting premise. It was also very confusing. They drop you into this world where there's zombies and superhero zombies. All at the same time, they kind of just drop you in, and there's a lot of flashbacks to multiple time periods throughout multiple issues. So it was kind of convoluted, but in a way where I was like, I can tell this is good, but I'm going to have to go back and refigure it out. So I'd say this is definitely going to be one to pick up in the trade, because there you won't have the problem of having to wait, a month in between issues, going, I'm not really sure what happened, but it was cool. So the writing's very good. The art, it's not bad. It's not really stand out. It's, I don't want to say typical Dynamite fare, but it's kind of got that indie feel to it, or, not really indie, but, non-Marvel DC feel to the art, where it's just something about the coloring doesn't feel that polished, but check it out in trade. Our final book for the day is Amazing Spider-Man Annual, number 36, in which Spider-Man has some very uncomfortable situations he has to sit through, and also fights a brand new villain, Raptor, or Velociraptor. I'm not sure exactly which name he's going to go with all the time, but that's him. Kind of got a Wolverine claws coming out of his arm type thing. It's interesting. Issue, very interestingly, has a ton to do with the Clone Saga. For those of you who don't know what that is, count yourself lucky, but there was a time period where Spider-Man was cloned, and we didn't know which one was the real Spider-Man, and it went on way too long. I got into comics after the Clone Saga was finished, so I was able to go back and pick and choose and not have to wait to find out who was who, and I actually kind of liked it, when I was younger. And coming up later this year, Marvel is having a, I believe, 3-issue limited series called Spider-Man: The Clone Saga, which is a not-in-continuity Clone Saga story of how they originally wanted it to go. So that should be interesting. I have a feeling this is going to kind of tie into that, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's not in continuity, so I'm not sure how strongly the ties will be. This issue takes place almost exclusively in Boston, with some flashbacks to Portland and then a coda in New York. But Peter is attending the engagement party for none other than his Aunt May and J. Jonah Jameson, Sr., for those of you who haven't been reading the book. She's not marrying the newspaper man, she's marrying his father. A new addition to the series as of about a year ago, but also a very good and real nice guy. While at this engagement party, Peter and his family come in contact with a man that apparently has a very strong connection to Peter, or at least a version of Peter, who goes back quite a few years in continuity. In fact, I even found some of the books in my collection: Spider-Man The Lost Years, Spider-Man Revelations, Lost Years Found, Lost Years Zero, which I actually have. Don't know why, but I have it. I have a lot of books like that. It's kind of funny to be like, I've seen that panel before, and be able to pull out a book and be like, yeah, it's right there. Got the panel twice. And this time it's got like a haze around it, so it makes it different. Guggenheim's writing really shines in this issue. I found myself laughing out loud quite a few times in the opening scenes with Peter and his family at the engagement party. And some of the twists at the end, it's very cool stuff, so I'm interested to see how this turns out. And they better not screw up the Clone Saga again, because they already did it once. Why do something wrong more than once? Especially when you know people hate it. So that's it for the new issues that I picked up this week. However, keep an eye out later this week. I'll be posting a video for some back issues that I also picked up. I'll be doing some back issue reviews. I just figured I'd keep them separate so the video's not too obnoxiously long. So, see you next week.